DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beef. Welcome back to another glorious episode of the MIXINVIXENS. My name is Emily, also known as mlNikon in the DIY circles. Please join me in welcoming the other Vixens. First off, we've got Rin. Hi, Rin.
Hi.
Hello, hello. And we have Jennifer, the Juice Fairy Winstead.
How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a good weekend.
Yeah, I had a decent weekend. Went hiking yesterday. It was cold, but it was fun. And then today just did normal Sunday stuff, like went grocery shopping. And
it was raining here all day, so really, technically, I have spent the entire day in bed watching Marvel.
You know what? The other day was like that too. It was cold and rainy, and I stayed in my PJs and in bed until like noon. Just on my phone, just hanging out, cuddled up in bed.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I did all day today, and that's why I combed my hair, because I figured if I spend the entire day in bed, I might as well take a shower, but
be a little productive today.
Comb my hair so that then I can just jump back into my pajamas and go back to bed.
There you go, there you go.
But I'll look cute in bed.
Yeah, you gotta look cute in bed, you know, look cute all the time. How about you, Rin? How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. We lost bowling last night, so that kind of sucked, but you know.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, they we had the handicap and we still lost. It was pretty bad.
My daughter came into town yesterday. She came to early vote. So
okay.
She wouldn't reveal to me who she voted for, so I don't know.
Civic duty.
Yep. I don't know if she left the presidency empty. I think that would be probably the only reason she wouldn't tell me. But it is what it is. It's her first time. She can do what the hell she wants to, and I don't care how my kids vote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As long as they vote.
That's right.
Because if you can't vote, you can't bitch.
That's exactly. I don't want to hear a damn thing from anybody. I can bitch all year long.
That's right.
Or I can just be happy. I don't know. And none of it. Government sucks. So.
When is the official voting day? Is that Tuesday?
No, it's November 3rd, I think.
November 3rd. Okay.
Here we're because it might be so controversial here. I mean, I think a lot of people are early voting, and we're in a swing state, right? And so is Florida. And I think that we're taking the position that we don't know what's going to happen the day after election or leading up to it, or if there's going to be any kind of civil unrest anywhere or anything like that. So I'm even flying my son in. He's got an early vote this week in Florida, and flying him in. We're all going to be here on my compound because, you know, I live out in the country and we're ready here. No matter what happens, they're good at my house.
It's the fan. We're ready.
Everybody needs to just come to my house or my sister's house in Texas. Those are the two houses you want to be at.
Cool. Let's talk about some mixing. So as you guys can see in the corner there, it is a milkshake. And our milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. How'd you guys like mixing this up this week?
I liked it, but I actually gave myself Vapor's tongue. I'll explain it when I tell my recipe. So
you gave yourself what?
Vapor's tongue.
Oh, Vapor's tongue. All right. What about you, Rin? Did you enjoy making this recipe? Okay. Well,
She's on mute talking away over there. I see her lips moving and I hear nothing coming out.
Oh, I can't. Can you relate, Jen?
What? What are you talking about? Don't mess with me.
The pot calling the kettle black.
No, I was just saying that I started One Direction and then because of something else, I switched everything up. So it was interesting, but I mean, I have two good mixes, but one's a little bit more unique, so I went with that one.
Cool. This was one that it was one of those I was super pumped to get going on. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm gonna enjoy the crap out of making this. And it turns out I'm just not good with peanut butter. I think I did like 3 or 4 versions. And like the one I picked is okay, like it's good. But like you know how when you start theory crafting something and you have in your mind like what you want it to taste like, or like the notes that you want to hit, and it just doesn't do that for me. So like I really hope the judges are watching and that they don't pick this mix to judge me on this cycle, because it's not my best work. And I was gonna I'll forget it. I'm gonna pretend it's the best thing ever and blah blah blah. But I gotta be honest, like I'm not
that with your own recipe this week, huh?
Yeah, and like I tried, like I worked really hard on this recipe, like I said, 3 or 4 different versions, and I just couldn't do it in a week's time frame. So you win some, you lose some. You can't have bangers every single week, I guess. But
you tried, and you got some tasty mixes out of it. And even if they didn't turn out like you want, who knows? Somebody else might like it a lot.
You're right. Somebody else may mix it up and be like, "Damn, this is just what I wanted," but it's not for me. And whatever.
Well, I forewent the peanut butter. I didn't see peanut butter up there. I saw caramel.
Oh, look at you. All right, I should have done that because, man. Does anybody else yeah, I know that you can do peanut butter, Jennifer, because your peanut butter macaroon, by the way, I mixed that up. And it is fire. I freaking love that stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, but I can't do peanut butter 2 weeks in a row. That wouldn't have been.
Yeah, so you're like, I'm done with peanut butter. I'm just doing caramel.
Yeah.
How about you, Rin? Do you have any difficulty mixing with peanut butter?
It depends on what I'm going for. I feel like ever since I found TFA DX peanut butter, it's been a lot easier. Before that, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's the best one, and that's what I used too. That's probably what, if Jennifer did peanut butter, it's probably what she would have used too. Because then it's the best peanut butter to use, so it should have worked.
Actually, TFA regular peanut butter is pretty good too. It's just it's just not as Jif. It's more peanut butter, and so it depends on what you like. So that peanut butter macaroon I made last week, I actually got some feedback from Drew and the boys in BCF. They like it with regular peanut butter too. So they mixed it up, and Drew loves peanut butter vapes. So, and he says he likes it a lot. But he liked it better with TFA regular peanut butter. So I mean, peanut butter is one of those things, depends on what you're going for.
Yeah, I guess you have a point. I mean, but both peanut butters from TFA are really good. I just like DX a little better, like you said. It's a little bit more Jif, like it's a little bit more commercial, if you will. That's what I used, and I didn't use like all the flavors I used are good flavors. Like in theory, this should be a fire recipe. It's like one of those that you look and you think, wow, this looks really good. It's just didn't turn out like I wanted, and I don't know. Sometimes though, I get in this mood where like none of my mixes taste good to me. Like everything tastes like garbage, and then I'll come back to it a week later or something and be like, wow, this is really good. Do you guys ever get that?
Yeah, and particularly this week, I really like my mix up until I stopped being able to taste it. But there's reason for that, and it's not something other people will likely experience.
Like there's probably a couple months ago, I was on Fresh Show and I was in one of those moods where like nothing tasted good. And I was working on like this peach watermelon mix or something. I did like 5 or 6 versions and like no everything was awful. And then like the next day or the day after I came back to like version 1 and I'm like, oh, this is delicious. What the heck? And it makes no sense to me. But I just get like super critical of myself and I don't know.
Well, also it's the amount of flavorings that we all the time are tasting and mixing. So sometimes it's just not in the
You gotta
cart.
take a break. You gotta step back, take a breather, not think about something for a while, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let me go first since, I was talking about mine. And yeah, so I actually went with 6 flavors this time, trying to be all extra. So for the banana note, I did 3% Vape Train Banana Custard because to me, this is like the best banana cream flavor there is. Like, I like it better than TFA banana cream. It's just a really good banana note. It's really creamy. And then I didn't just want it to be banana and peanut butter. To me, I think peanut butter needs help for some like a dark sweetness or like a richness, right? So I went with 1% Flavora caramel. And then to bump up the creaminess of banana custard to turn it more into like a milkshake, I did 3% one-on-one cream milky undertones because it's a very good like dairy forward creamy cream. And then I also did 1% dulce de leche by Jungle Flavors as well. Just to kind of give a little bit of caramel note, a little bit of more of that like kind of dark sweetness, that richness I was looking for. And then I took the tip from Jennifer Winstead and I did 1% Flavor West hazelnut to help boost the peanut butter a little bit to give it a little bit more like smooth kind of fattiness, like to help that nuttiness. And then 3% DX peanut butter by TFA is kind of the go-to.
I just don't see how this cannot be good.
Right?
I
know. You look at it and you think this looks on paper like this would be delicious.
Unless it's that banana cream and that particular banana cream that is doing it. I mean, I'm looking at it and I don't see anything. And I know I keep getting out of view over there, but I'm looking at the recipe and I don't see anything in there that could be bad or that it's off on percentages. That dulce de leche, maybe? I mean, I've not tried that. I don't know how caramelly it is, so
it's good. It's like a light, a light kind of caramel. Like it's a good flavor. Everything in here is good flavors. And like I said, you look at it and you think, wow, this should be really good. So please, someone who's watching, any 52 of you who are watching, if any of you want to mix this up and tell me what you think, just do a 10 mil. Like, don't go crazy. Mix it up and let me know what you think. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Because
I think it's just because you were vaping my mix and then you were trying to, be better.
Yeah, it could be because yours is so different. Yours is like, it could be. I don't know.
So the peanut butter in your mind was probably I don't know. You probably are trying to compare the two and it's completely different because this has banana in it.
Yeah, that very well could be. Because I think I started version 1 around the time I mixed up your peanut butter macaroon. So that makes sense actually. So it could be. So maybe I'll keep my versions. I'll come back to them in a week or two and then see. But
yeah, and also
it
probably does need some steep. Between the dulce de leche, the caramel. I mean, all of those ingredients I see in there look like they need a little bit longer steep.
Mm-hmm.
I find that the banana and peanut butter combination for me was difficult. Because it seems like they're competing for like dominance.
Because they're like two like top heavy notes, right? Like they're two kind of main top bright notes, for lack of a better term, that and they kind of compete, and but when you get them right, it's a fantastic combination. Peanut butter and banana is an amazing combination.
Yeah, and I don't know how strong that banana is from VTA, but if I would have to have taken either the peanut butter or the banana higher, I wouldn't have been able to blend them both equally. So I would have had to make a decision. Do I want this to be a peanut butter shake with a little bit of banana, or do I want this to be a banana shake with a note of peanut butter? If I'd have done that, but I didn't do it. So I should shut the hell up, kind of like voting, right?
All right, well, let's go into yours since we're kind of rolling into it that way naturally.
Okay, then we'll do that. Let me get to it because I have it on the computer, but I can't talk on the computer and talk to you guys.
Lynn, you're awful. Come on, don't be egging them on.
What is she saying? Because I'm not in chat.
Sam's like, oh, I'll do it for the judge show. Mix up your mix. I'm like, no, don't judge this mix, please. And Rin's like, do it.
I mean, isn't that what's more helpful, is to get feedback on something you don't like?
But I already know it's not good.
But you don't know that. You don't really know that. You don't really know that.
All right, you know what, Sam? You do what you want.
That's right.
You mix up what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to mix or what not to judge.
I'm a little scared if they mix this one as well. So, I mean, I like it, but I'm weird. So I did a banana horchata mix.
Ooh.
It hasn't been done. I haven't seen that. So I was like,
banana horchata. I love
something cool. So that's why I gave myself Vapor's tongue, because everybody knows that I'm super sensitive to cinnamon and that it kills my taste buds, and all I taste is the pennies, the coppery taste out of it. But that's me. That's not everybody in general. So until I stopped being able to taste it, I was really happy with it. So I did banana nut bread because I did not want to use the banana and cream. I didn't want something that banana forward that could have that much of a runty kind of taste. I wanted something a little bit, and I find the banana nut bread, as long as you drench it with creams, it just creams up. So it loses its bread notes. I did use it at 4%, which is pretty high bread notes, but I do have a lot of supporting things in here that cream it up. I use cream fresh at 1%. That's a little higher than I normally use it when I use it as a backup flavor, but I wanted to soften the entire mix without adding any additional sweetness to it. I use TFA horchata smooth at 2.5%. That's also a little higher than I usually mix it, but banana nut bread is a pretty strong flavor in my opinion. At 4%, if you're making a cream, and the banana will push forward. So I wanted the horchata to push through. Even though I used that horchata at 2.5%, I didn't find that the cinnamon note was coming through as pronounced as I wanted it to for an horchata. I needed some grated cinnamon in there. So of course, the only thing you add to that is going to be rich cinnamon from Flavora. I didn't want to go, of course, that's a super, super strong flavor. So I went at 0.10%. And for me, that was probably too much, but your average vapor probably will enjoy it at 0.1%. I did salted caramel from Flavor West for that little brown stuff at the top. I just pretended that we melted a caramel that was salted. And I used it at 0.75%, which is pretty much my sweetener in the mix. Into the mix, it adds some additional brown notes in there. It blends really well with banana, so that was my idea in there. But then I wanted to add some extra rice notes to that horchata, because I find that TFA horchata is very watery, and I wanted it to give it some of that grain that we get from sweet rice, from SC, FE, whatever you want to call it. At Bull City, it's from SC. So that I use at 0.5%, and I know that stuff fades back, but it'll leave you that airy, watery rice note in there. So I find that brought some authenticity to it. And then I decided on vanilla bean gelato, which is the FA vanilla ice cream, instead of using something creamier or deeper or darker, because I didn't want to interfere too much or have too many flavors that were fighting each other. And that's a really nice creamy vanilla note, but it's in a milk. It's more like a soft serve ice cream. So that's why I use that one.
Okay. This looks good. Yeah, I love that you use TFA horchata smooth. Not many people still use that flavor, and I love that flavor.
Yeah, that's my favorite horchata. I mean, what do people use? I mean, do they use the Capella one?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of recipes with it, but it is my favorite horchata flavor. And then it is missing the ricey note in it. It's more like a cinnamon milk type taste. And the cinnamon in it is spicier than it is grated cinnamon, which is why I added additional cinnamon. That cinnamon is what killed my taste buds for the week. They're coming back. I'm still very sad, and I've been drinking a lot of lemonade and water to try to get me back.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to taste it again, because it was so good while I could taste it, you know?
Yeah, this looks really good, and I like that just a little bit of sweet rice that you added into to make it like a thicker kind of, not necessarily rice pudding, but just to kind of mush it up a bit or air it up a bit, give it
Yeah,
some
because that rice will just turn into nothing in a pudding type base, but in a milkshake or something that's supposed to resemble horchata, it actually adds that little bit of authenticity of that rice note.
Yeah, awesome.
It's springtime. I mean, it's fall time. It's time for deep, dark, rich recipes.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to hit you guys hard. Every one of these recipes coming up. And this is my second really dark, deep one. This is not how I normally vape for myself, but I'm pretty good at mixing these kind of recipes. Those aren't my preferences. And they used to be. I just no longer can vape them, especially cinnamon. And that's super sad for me, because that was one of my favorite things to vape back in the day, was cinnamon.
Yeah, I think just a touch of cinnamon in certain vapes just turns it up a notch and adds a whole new dimension. And just especially this time of year, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right, Rin, you're up. What you got?
So I went make sure I'm not muted. All right. So I went a different route. I started with like a peanut butter banana smoothie thing, but yeah, I didn't. I can't really talk about why. But I decided to go like a banana almond milk type thing. So I went with 1/4% of caramel butter from Wonder Flavors, just to add that like brown spoonful thing. Because if I didn't do peanut butter, I pretty much had to do like caramel or toffee, something like that. So I just wanted a hint of it because I wanted the predominant flavor to be the banana almond milk. I did 0.5% of Flavora cream paired with 0.5% of Flavora milk to make a more like 2% type of milk instead of like a skim milk or something like that. I added 1/4% of malted milk because I figured that might give, because like if you've had almond milk, it has a little bit of almost a maltiness to it. It's got like, I don't know, it's a weird flavor. So I added a little bit of that, paired with toasted almond by Capella at 0.5%. And then for my banana, I used 0.5% of ripe banana from Subuki, just for a hint of banana. It's a very light profile, but I feel like if you're having a banana almond milk, it's going to be a pretty light flavor. And I wanted it to be something that you wouldn't get sick of immediately. So that's why my percentages are particularly low.
Yeah, and with it being a low percentage mix that people won't get sick of, I mean, this could possibly be somebody's ADV that can vape it for longer without getting exhausted.
Yeah, it looks exactly like one of those just delicious, smooth, can vape all the time mixes. It looks really good, like, because everything is very light but delicious. Like caramel butter is a really nice light milky caramel, and you've got the cream in the milk with the malted milk, very creamy, but it's not like thick and heavy. But I can't talk to the ripe banana from SSA because I don't have that one. But at only 0.5%, it's not going to be like too overpowering. And then the toasted almond. This just looks like a really good kind of all day vape type recipe.
Yeah, it looks very well thought out, and it looks, I mean, even at 2.5%, I bet you that this is pretty freaking flavorful. Those SSA flavors tend to be sweet. How much sweetness does it bring into this mix?
I think the caramel butter is giving a lot of the sweetness. The ripe banana gives maybe a little, but mainly it's the caramel butter. I actually had to lower it a little bit because I did it at 0.5% to start, and I was a little bit too much. I just wanted a hint of, a little bit of sweetness, and I didn't want the caramel to compete with the almond or the banana. And you can use Wonder Flavor's banana puree if you don't have the other banana. It would be perfectly fine. They're very similar flavors.
Cool.
This looks really good. In fact, I am gonna have to order ripe banana because I want to mix this up because it looks delicious.
It's a really good banana. If you like the Wonder Flavors banana puree, you'll probably like it. And people like in chat, I know it's low, but you could always increase percentages. ELR has a lovely little feature that you can adjust total percentage and you can bump it up.
Yeah, and I think that the happy place, I wouldn't bump it up a whole lot because this does seem like the type of recipe that you'd want to kind of keep. So I mean, maybe 7% would be like probably where I would stop, no matter what, with some of these flavors that you're using here. But I mean, 3.5, 3%, that would be where I would mix it. I would just bump it a little bit, but not much for myself. But I think that for the flavor mutes, maybe up to 7%, but I wouldn't try to make this a 10 or 15% recipe.
No. No, I was thinking more so like maximum doubling it. Because I mean, even though these are low, I mean, to me, Flavora's flavors are pretty strong. So you're not going to want to do too much to those, especially with the milk. Even if you look at ELR, maximum like average is 0.4%. So even that is like pushing it.
And a lot of times I'll approach your recipes thinking, okay, you know what, I'm going to double this. But first I want to try it just as is.
Me too.
To see. And most of the time, probably 95 or 90% of the time, it's enough flavor. And I surprise the crap out of myself because I'm like, this tastes delicious. Like I don't necessarily want it to be an in-your-face kind of commercial type flavorful recipe, and there's plenty of flavor that it's very satisfying.
Yeah,
I totally would enjoy this at this lower percentage, especially right now when I can't taste anything, because it'll give me that happy sweetness that I'm looking for, and it'll probably give me pretty good mouthfeel without wasting a bunch of flavors I can't taste anyhow, and it might actually help my freaking flavor fatigue go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a good kind of palate cleanser, refresher. All right.
I'm vaping away. You don't see me putting down my vape just because I can't taste it.
Just vape the stuff you don't like, and then
I was gonna say, now that you have flavor fatigue, you need to vape stuff that you don't like that much, and then come back to it.
I actually did put one of my tobaccos that I wasn't happy with, and I put it in there, and it's like I taste the notes in it instead of the good notes in it. So even though you can't taste, you pick up those nasty notes that you already didn't like about the mix. But then I added sweetener to it, and it was already pre-mixed. I mean, it's been mixed for like a month, and I just added some shit to it just to drown some of the flavors I don't like, to see if I get some other stuff. But I mean, I pretty much went to a tobacco right now.
Yeah. All right, well, we have got plenty of people play along with us this week. This is a very popular profile. So, oh wait, before we go to the people who played along, Lumi's not here. Obviously, you guys can see she's not here. She had some family things to attend to, but she did give us her recipe. So, would one of you
about it?
Yeah, let's talk some shit about it. Who wants to go over it?
I can. Hold on. I gotta put on my glasses because I'm old.
All right, Granny.
Oh, shit. Wait. It's not. It's up here somewhere. I got Jenny Sins. Where is it? I see Karen. Yeah. Oh, on the YouTube chat. I don't have that open on my computer. Can I get it in the chat with us? In our chat? Perfect. Here we go. She did banana VSO at 2.87%. She called it Nana Milkshake. PB Nana Milkshake. She did banana VSO, 2.87%. Creamy milky undertones, 1.34%. Peanut butter DX at 0.63. Good percentage for it. Peanut butter cookie Purulum. Ooh, I've not had that one at 2.69%. Vanilla ice cream, Liquid Barn, 3.47. This looks pretty interesting. So she pushed that peanut butter past 3%, and that banana is just slightly under it, but I don't know how strong that banana VSO is. And then she used the vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn, which is a fantastic ice cream with milky undertones. So that probably gave it a nice creamy tone. She doesn't put comments on her system, so I don't know what the heck she was going for. So blah, let me go ahead and leave like she would. Blah, 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 blah.
I like that she used 2 different peanut butters. You know, she went with the peanut butter cookie for some like it's got a little bit of a like an edge to it, or it's a little bit like, and plus a little bit thicker because the cookie, and that to back up that the DX peanut butter, so she could use the DX peanut butter a little bit lighter. Now I don't know how much flavor you get from it at only 0.63%. But I think using the 2 is a really good idea because
have you tried that Purulum peanut butter cookie?
I have, and it is a really good flavor. It's the peanut butter.
How much bakery does it have?
It does have some bakery, but I don't think it has enough, especially with the Liquid Barn ice cream and the cream. It's not gonna like overpower the shake. I think it'll just add some thickness. But Purulum peanut butter cookie, it is dry and it's a little bit darker of a peanut butter, like almost to the point of being burnt, like not quite, but it's like that kind of dark. So I think
so maybe the idea here was actually to make a a banana ice cream shake with some peanut butter notes in it.
Could be. I single flavor tested the Purulum PB cookie at 5%, and that's what I got. So I think it's not at 2.69%. That's completely fine, and I can definitely see that just being like, you know, a banana shake with some peanut butter. And it may be good because you're letting the banana be the main note, you know?
Yeah.
And then or if you just let the peanut butter be the main note and then have the banana be an accent, you know, like
right.
I think Rin was right. You can't do both. Like you can't have both be the main note, you know? So
right. So I think this is I'm guessing out of just looking at the recipe that her idea was primarily to have a banana milkshake with some peanut butter in it, with maybe a tablespoon of peanut butter in it.
Yeah, I haven't tried that VSO banana, so I'm not sure what that's like potency level or whatnot. So
yeah, and I don't know if it's a raw banana, if it's a super sweet banana, if it's creamy and milky. So I can't speak to it. We'll have to wait and drill her next week.
Yeah,
it's pretty mild, at least.
Is it?
Yeah, so I feel like this would be pretty peanut butter heavy. with maybe a hint of
Okay.
banana.
Peanut butter heavy with a banana accent then.
But she used it quite high because I think I only went up to like 1.52 max. So I don't know. Plus, she also vapes a lot hotter than I do.
True.
Right. That does make a difference, the temperature.
Yeah. And she uses her braids, so it's definitely gonna enhance the flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to ask her next week about it. So awesome. All right, well let's get into some viewer play alongs then. So the first one we have is Jeannie Sims. She did a Vixens Toffee banana milkshake, and she used 2.5% vape train banana custard, 3% TFA bananas Foster, 2% Flavor West butter toffee, 4% Flavor West English toffee, 1.5% TFA malted milk, 1% milkshake base, and then 3% one-on-one sweet ice cream. To me, I'll tell you right now, like butter toffee and English toffee. Oh, the Flavor West though. Never mind. I was thinking
Yeah,
vape.
but that Flavor West does give me that cheesy note.
Does it?
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I haven't tried either of those by Flavor West. I was thinking Vape Train because Vape Train's butter toffee base and English toffee is a really good combination. Obviously, not as high as she used for Flavor West, but I don't know about Flavor West, so.
But I mean, it's still I'm also sensitive, so I might find that cheesy note in a lot of stuff that other people don't.
You know, I actually in a couple of my versions I use bananas Foster because by TFA I really like that flavor. It has a really nice kind of darker brown sugar flavor. I used it instead of the Favora caramel. And I guess because straight away I wasn't happy with it, I was just assuming that maybe the banana note from the bananas Foster was like clashing weirdly with the banana custard by Vape Train, so I ditched it. But now I don't think that was the case because since obviously my other versions I'm not thrilled with either. But yeah, I think bananas Foster is a great call there with the banana custard.
What's that milk base, that milkshake base, but VTA? What's that like?
Oh, it's good. It's got like a maltiness to it. I don't know that I would use it at 1% though because it is pretty potent if I remember correctly. I'm just looking at my notes here. Milkshake base. Yeah, I single flavor tested it at 0.5%, and it was very dappy. It had a bit of a tangy vanilla to it, and then it was malty. So at 1%, I don't know. Maybe with everything else, 1% maybe wouldn't be bad. But it's a good flavor. I like it.
Okay, sounds good. Who do we have?
All right. So the next one is Luke Loop.
Ooh.
And he did banana peanut butter smoothie. He used Banana Ripe by Flavor Revolution at 0.4%. He did chocolate peanut butter milk by Berry at 3.6%. Creamy milky undertones at 1.4%. Honey roasted peanuts by Wonder Flavors at 0.1%. Oh, that's awesome. Perfect. Peanut brittle by Wonder Flavors at 0.2%. Soft banana by Berry at 3%. And then vanilla whipped cream by Capella at 1.6%. This looks super interesting. You know, I am in love with the fact that he used just a touch of honey roasted peanuts and the peanut brittle by Wonder Flavors for his peanut butter. That sounds epic.
And now he made me want that Berry chocolate peanut butter milk. What?
I'm wondering if is that the one I was thinking of, or is it one-on-one? It must. Okay, it was. I was thinking when I first read it, I got excited, but I was thinking, it's the one-on-one I think that makes the chocolate peanut butter milk I really like.
Well, that one says it's mulberry, and I don't have that one shot from them, but
Yeah,
that
I don't either.
sounds delicious.
It does sound good. Like this looks really good, Luke Loop.
Soft banana.
Soft banana, yeah. Soft banana is a great banana note.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with vanilla whipped cream by Capella.
I've never had the banana ripe from Flavor Revolution.
I haven't either. Yeah, I really am interested in that.
Oh, you're talking about the chocolate peanut butter milk
Yeah.
that you don't have. It's pretty good. It's pretty peanut heavy. It's not so much chocolate, in my opinion. I get more peanut butter and then a little bit of chocolate.
Do you have the one-on-one too, Rin?
The one-on-one what?
Does one-on-one make a chocolate peanut butter?
If they do, I don't have it.
Maybe it is mulberry that I have. It's not in my notes though. Why would I test a flavor and not put it in my notes? That's so.
You're learning from me.
Maybe I do have it and I just didn't write notes about it because I can't find a chocolate peanut butter milk in my notes from anybody. But I do remember having a chocolate peanut butter milk and thinking it was delicious.
Yeah, it's a good flavor.
Yeah. Awesome. Very nice, Luke. Thank you for playing along. All right.
Let me see. I just saw a comment here from Rin that says, talk smack about JW here. She won't. Why did that pop up and what were you guys talking in chat?
Oh, it's when you said that you weren't reading YouTube chat. You couldn't read YouTube chat.
Why are you going back that far? So petty.
Yeah, really, that's really
because I didn't have it up when I have it up, but it hasn't scrolled. So that must have happened while I was talking to you guys, and
it was a while ago.
That's where my chat landed, and I was like, wait.
I see my name. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't say anything, so.
Yeah, no one talked.
Yeah, I see. I did go through it, so that's why, like, what did I do? I don't feel like going further back.
All right, so we have another entry here by Sam, our one of our judges, and he did a banned PB milkshake, #MB. He used 0.75% Wonder Flavors caramel butter. He used 2% Jungle Flavors Dulce de Leche, 1% hazelnuts and cream by Wonder Flavors, 1% TFA malted milk, 4% TFA DX peanut butter. He used 2% of the SSA ripe banana, 0.75% Capella super sweet, and 3.5% Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like his headspace and mine aren't too far off. You know, he's got the hazelnut and the dulce de leche. Of course, Liquid Barn ice cream. You can't go wrong using that for your milkshake base.
You must have a hell of a sweet tooth adding 0.75%.
You've got to when you're working with peanut. In fact, I'm kicking myself for not using sweetener in mine. But when you're
dulce de leche in here, and he's got vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn and ripe banana from SSA. All those are already super sweet.
Yeah, well, maybe he wanted it sweeter.
That's why I was talking smack about my recipe, because this is like triple.
Yeah, he leaned into that.
No, he fell into that.
Well, if I happen to mix one of his, I'm not adding that much sweetener.
Yeah, do you, boo.
Don't steal my sayings.
All right, well, Sam, this looks fire, and I'm gonna have to order SSA ripe banana to make this too. But yeah, I think anyway, like sweet things like sweetener and sweet flavors really help peanut butter out. Maybe that's what's wrong with my recipe. Maybe I need to just add some super sweet.
Yeah, add 0.5% and see what it does.
Throw some sweetener at it and see what happens. All right, next up we've got Karen. She did 3.5% TFA banana cream, 1% milkshake base by Vape Train, 1.5% vanilla wafer with milk by Purella, 3% DX peanut butter by TFA, and 3% liquid bar vanilla ice cream. I love just how like simple and direct this is. It looks really good. That vanilla wafer with milk, if you guys haven't had that, is a really good flavor. It's very dark and malty, and I bet it works wonders in this milkshake. And the darkness, I bet really helps out that peanut butter.
And she used a milkshake base, just like Jeannie did, right? So
Yeah, that Vape Train milkshake base. So very nice, Karen. Good job. All right. Next up, we've got someone I forget who it is in Facebook because I just pulled up their thing, but their ELR name is Garage Door Lady. Joni, that's right. Thank you, Rin. And she did 3% TFA banana cream, 1.5% one-on-one cream, milky undertones, 0.5% Hankson French vanilla ice cream, 0.5% of Flavor West hazelnut, 2% TFA peanut butter, 2% mullenberry soft banana, and 3.25% liquid barn vanilla ice cream. So yeah, nothing looks out of place there. That looks good too.
yeah, I wonder what that milk and caramel from SSA at 0.75% does to it. I mean,
I almost used that flavor, but I'm like, no, I'm doing too much. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Milk and honey flavora has got to be wonderful in that recipe. I mean, I really.
Oh yeah. Why didn't I think of milk and honey?
Yeah.
Milk and honey. My God, I'm kicking myself. That would be amazing in something like this.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this profile screams for milk and honey. Yep. All right. Next up is last but not least, we've got Noogie, aka Met on Facebook. And boy after my own heart, he's 1.75% Salubarome banana flambe, 0.5% Flavor butterscotch. He did 0.5% Hankson caramel toffee, 0.6% Kanako soy by Flavora.
That's a good trick.
Genius move right there. 0.2% then Flavor peanut butter to back that up. 0.5% Flavor toffee, another good move. And 2.5% vanilla ice cream by FA, which I think, FA vanilla ice cream is a good kind of mild medium vanilla that's just a perfect like milkshake type ice cream, like a soft serve type ice cream. And this just looks really good.
That Kanako soy is a pro move right there.
It really is. Yeah, Kanako soy milk and honey I should have put in mind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kanako soy is great. Is a great peanut butter answer, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, but then you would have had to decide if you wanted the peanut butter to be up front and in your face or the banana. You still would have had to make that decision. I think with you were just trying to balance both of them.
Yeah, I was just trying to do too much. You're right. But this looks fire. This looks really good. And the Flavor toffee, that's the best single flavor toffee, there is. So that's really good. So yeah, looks good. Looks really good. In fact, maybe I'll mix this up. Because
we had so many recipes that it's hard to mix them up. Well, I can't say shit, so I won't mix any of these this week. Maybe Rin, because her Rin's looks very mild.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for playing along. That is awesome. We love seeing what everyone comes out with. And seeing we get all these ideas and kick ourselves for not thinking of things like Kanako soy. So
Hey, I have a question. I've been posting recently, with the SSA flavors. A lot of my recipes, if I use SSA or Rin or you, we've been using ELR. So are we going to have our crowd just follow us individually in ELR, or are we going to start posting on are we going to do a Mix and Vixen account?
I don't know. I still like the idea of having one account. So we have a MIXINVIXENS ELR account. I'd like to start using that just so that they still have a place where they can go. I mean, we're not going to transport all of our old recipes over to ELR. That's just too much work. But I think if from now on, I would like for us to start using the MIXINVIXENS ELR account. And that way, like, the judges have one place to go, the viewers have one place to go, and they don't have to track us all down individually.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I just wanted to know moving forward, because we're having a little bit of a hard time with ATF, aren't we? I am.
Yeah, we there all the flavors. I mean, Scott he's not responding to any support emails. He's not really maintaining the site like he used to, or like that needs to be done. So because of that, we are moving over to ELR. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a shame because all the flavors has potential to be a really great site. It used to be a really great site, but it just, I don't know what's going on there. He just stopped working on it, and it's not, it's just not stable,
COVID time. Maybe he's just really busy right now, or maybe
not reliable.
Life has gotten too much. So I mean, it is what it is. ELR is good old trusty ELR, always been there. We can
Lars is still active in the community. He's still, maintaining the site, so
I mean, 10 plus years, he's still going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep, for sure. So that's what we're gonna do.
So no matter what happens with vaping, ELR is not going anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a matter of now. I wish there was an easy way to like transfer all recipes over.
I think, isn't there a link for that? I'll try to figure it out this week. We'll talk about that offline.
All right.
But we ready to check out of here, girls? And through the show in the last 10 minutes, I've gotten a little bit of antsy because it's dark outside and my husband went hunting. He should have been back by now. It's dark. What's he still doing out there?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, I'd get a little antsy too.
We have bears in the hunt land, so I'm sitting here at the edge of my seat going, where is he?
Well, we will get out of here then so that you can, pace your house and worry about him.
No, I'm going to track his ass. Log into the fucking phone app and track his ass.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us and chatting it up during the show. We love interacting with you guys, and we do this for you. If you like what we do and you want to support us in a fun, tasty way, head on over to flavorjungle.com. Addie actually just posted a link because he's awesome like that. We have one-shots there if you want to check us out. Jennifer has one-shots over at DIYFlavorChaser.com, so you can check her out. And
you have some with the Noted show too, right?
Yeah, the Noted line has a line of one-shots there as well. So that would be cool. That would be awesome if you wanna help, throw us some change. We would appreciate it. Let's thank our sponsors. Thank you very much, Flavora and Bull City. You guys rock. You're still here.
That's right. And we love you back.
And Wayne, thank you so much for putting us on your podcast network. We really appreciate it so that more people can and just find us and enjoy our show. Next week, there is a profile for next week. There is, Jeannie. Thank you for reminding me. What are we doing next week, kids?
We're doing a fun recipe next week.
Oh, that's right. James, our tech producer, picked this profile up. It looks like some kind of fun Halloween milkshake or ice cream sundae or something.
He wants a candy corn shake. I know it.
It's a candy corn. Oh man. So okay, guys, I freaking love candy corn, and I know it's just nothing but raw sugar. But for some reason in Canada anyway, it's not nearly as popular, and so it's been tough to find. I have not been able to find candy corn.
That's terrible.
I know, I'm really sad because I want to like go off plan and cheat, and when I do, I want to indulge in some candy corn.
Gross.
Oh well, but anyway, I will make the vape, and hopefully, it will satisfy me. All right, we'll see you next week, guys. Everyone, have a good one.
Check out DIY or Die.
Yep.